back on the Web Insurance Countdown to Kickoff on 1150 WIMA. Our broadcast game tonight is Elida at Bath. Time to make this week's picks, but first, of course, we have to review last week as we had 5 games on the docket last week, including our broadcast game, OG at Elida. We all had OG, and we were prescient as they won 10-0. Northwest Conference, Crestview, Spencerville, we all took the Knights, and they delivered 50-34. A split decision on Allen East at Ada. Mike taking a bit of a flyer on the Mustangs after Ada got walloped by Crestview, but the Bulldogs proved resilient, and a 45-14 win is a plus for yours truly and Mr. Aldrich.
Oh, so you didn't take your alma mater?
I did not.
Okay, very good.
I picked with the head, not the heart,
all right,
as you know. We all took Lima Senior at Oregon Clay, and the Spartans paid off 55-28. And in the big game, Jason was the only one that took Marion Local. Miller and I, with the misfire, taking Coldwater. So a 5-0 week for Aldrich.
Wow.
4-1 for Walker. 3-2 for Miller. And so Miller's lead is 1 game with 2 weeks to go.
That's all I need.
Miller now at 31-9. Aldrich at 25-10. Yours truly at 28-12.
So I got what I needed. I got Miller to miss on the 2 major differential games, and I went 5-0. Back in it, baby.
You're right back in the thick of things, I think.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's get to this week's games.
Yes.
And admittedly, a weak slate of games this week. Let's begin with our broadcast game, Elida at Bath, which I think will be a very competitive game, even though there's not a whole lot on the line, other than trying to have a winning season, really, for both these teams. Coach Bill Garland is really selling his team that if we went out, we post a winning record in the conference for the first time in 10 years, and Elida's trying to run their winning streak as far as winning seasons to 4 in a row, and it's Elida Bath tonight. Mike, we'll start with you. Who you got, dogs or cats?
I'm taking the Cats, Todd. I think they're a little bit more potent offensively at this point in the season. Elida has really struggled from that side of the ball, and if you don't have it figured out now, week number 9, you're not going to get it figured out. I'm taking Bath.
All right, Jason, Bath or Elida?
Man, I really don't know, and you know what that means. When I really don't know.
Yeah.
I got to go to the
time.
coin.
All right.
Heads is the home team, Bath. Tails, Elida. Tails, Elida.
All right, you're going with the dogs. I think this will be a very even game, but I think Bath has a little more mojo right now. I didn't like Elida's look last week. I think Mike's point is really valid about the passing game. I think Bath will hit a few big plays and win this game. Otherwise, in the WBL, the big game tonight's Kenton at Salina. This is really for the WBL title, and I think we're all on record that Kenton's the best team around. I doubt any of us pick against them. I'm certainly not.
No, there's just too much logic for Kenton because they're so good on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
If they were strictly an offensive juggernaut, you might hedge a little bit. Even Salina without their quarterback, Hoying, apparently not going to play tonight. But Kenton with their defense just changes everything, and that's why they're about to go to 9-0.
Jason, you make it a unanimous verdict?
That is correct.
That's
I'm
what I
going with
thought.
Kenton.
Let's move on to the Northwest Conference. Delphus Jefferson with their tough 2-game finish, beginning tonight, hosting Ada. They'll be at Spencerville next week. The Dogs bounced back from that whipping by Crestview to take care of Allen East, and it's at Stadium Park tonight. I'm going with the Jeff Cats. I think they got a bit rested if they needed it last week with the laugher over Montpelier. I think they're primed to run the table, and I just don't think Ada's on their level. I'm going to take the Jeff Cats at home.
Well, I went against Ada last week, and it burned me casting my lot with Allen East, but the Jefferson Wildcats are undefeated. And if you connect the dots through comparative scores, I think it's Jefferson all the way, plus Delphus is like a hometown of sorts. So I'm for the blue and white all the way. I'll take Jefferson.
They're red and white.
Did I say blue? I was
Yeah.
thinking the other team in town, which is actually blue and yellow. So go red.
He's going with Jefferson. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
All D's, what do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Jefferson as
Yeah.
well. I think they've risen to the occasion every time we, as
That's
media
true.
members, have suggested that they needed to do so. So I think they'll do it again.
We'll also hear from Jefferson coach Bub Lindeman coming up at the bottom of the hour. Also tonight, LCC at Allen East. The T-Birds unexpectedly struggled with Bluffton last week, needed a last-second field goal to win that game. Reportedly, the Pirates kind of broke what they've been doing offensively and went to a run-based attack out of the old wishbone and wing T look and kind of took it to LCC and forced them to win at the last second. Does Allen East have a strong enough running game to play keep away from LCC, which has been the recipe at Bill Goodwin Field tonight? Mike?
I think actually they do, but their problem is they're going to fall behind, and then it's going to become irrelevant. So I'm going to take the Central Catholic from Lima, not the one from Toledo.
Fix that.
Check, 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 check. Anything?
No.
Anything? Check, check, check. Check.
It's noon.
Just cut that off. Allen East tonight.
I think LCC again is in a must-win situation, and I'm going to take the Birds tonight as well.
Yeah, I think Allen East can give them a bit of a fight with the run game, like I suggested, but ultimately you got to take Lima Central Catholic. Final pick tonight. Does anybody want to go out on a limb and take the Spartans at Toledo Central Catholic? I love what they're doing, but I just don't think they've got enough to hang with that powerhouse. I'm going to take the Irish.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ton. I'm going with the Toledo version of Central Catholic, and I think their quarterback actually is a verbal to Notre
Yes,
Dame.
he is.
So they've got a lot of next level talent. They're the best team in the track, and they're gonna remind Lima Senior about that tonight.
Jason, you make it a three-way pick here.
Should I go to the coin, and then if I don't agree with the coin, pick against it?
I don't know.
Nah, I'm going to take Toledo Central Catholic as well. It could end up being a shootout. I mean, you never know with the way Lima Seniors put points on the
Like
board
the St.
this year.
Francis game, 72-61.
Wow.
That remains to be seen. And those are the picks for this week. The Web Insurance Countdown to Kickoff will roll along. Our coaches segment is next. Our broadcast game tonight is Elida at Bath on 1150 WYMA.